Mr. 52. Not the Titanic. Come on, Nano. Come on, man. I ain't one of them fans that don't be on my own. We unbiased around here. We unbiased around here. Run up them reactions, drop them stickers. Y'all know what to do. Let me know who in the building. Let me know who in the building. Certified Lover Boy. Album 6 years in the making. The debut album for Mike Vrabel, The Boat. Executive produced by Diana Rossini. Number 1 smash hits, Michael. The Playlist. The Boat. Marvin's Room Part 2. Come on, man. Corn, what up? Rossini had the mic. And she had the mic. Slow it down. I just dissed you. She had the mic. And she had the mic. And they had the mic. Don DeMarco. URLTV.tv. Let's get it popping. Oh, Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. No. Hey, listen, man. Things getting spicier about a minute. Oh, for sure, Corn. We had some fun with it. And we make a little money with it. Listen, man. What a scandal. If all this comes out and that's Vrabel's baby, and Amy in the front office and Chad Brinker and them knew about this situation, and Robert Kraft knew about it. Oh my goodness. Could this be the NFL scandal of all scandals? Could this be the scandal of all scandals? Oh my goodness. All these years we're saying, man, it seemed like they got something out for the Tennessee Titans. Literally, somebody's whole MO was the dog out the Titans. John Robinson somewhere is having a field day saying, y'all got rid of me? And y'all got rid of me? John Robinson is really, from Brian Callahan to the Titans having 2, 3, and 14 seasons, to the post that that John Robinson made. Oh my goodness. John Robinson is saying it was never me. It was always you. And Mike Vrabel's telling Rossini, it was always you. Like, how does the husband feel? How does the wife feel? Florio was talking about there's gonna be a Hulu movie made. I got a picture. I got a meme for that too. I'm gonna drop that meme when this stream is. But you know, if y'all watch Florio, y'all kind of know the gist of where I'm going with that. KT2 the GOAT, what's popping, my boy? This is gonna be interesting, man. One, do y'all think that Mike Vrabel is going to have to step down? For sure, KT. For one, Mike Vrabel's gonna have to step down. I think before this is all over, I think they're only gonna dig up. They were so sloppy that I think they're gonna dig up more and more and more to this scandal. And when the wife and the husband start talking, it's really a wrap. And like different than the Klay Thompson and the Megan Thee Stallion situation, people is killing Klay Thompson cheating on his girlfriend. This is a wife being 7 months pregnant, renting a boat with another man's husband while she's pregnant with her husband's child, doing God knows what on the boat. Come off the boat, have the kid, and name it after Mike Vrabel. Like, that is like the ultimate betrayal that needs a Hulu, Netflix ready for TV movie. I think they need it. You think he the dad? Causes us a 7-game losing streak. Imagine. Man, with like I said yesterday, think of the dysfunction tied down in the DUI, not firing him. John Robinson getting fired, to Vrabel getting gone, to Rand Carthon, to Brian Callahan. This has just been a dumpster fire, truly. Man, Nano, come on. Everybody don't read Nano comment, but read his comment. Like, you know he raw diggity. You know it ain't no getting out of there. You know he was in the club, you know, with Lil Jon and them boys from the window to the wall. Oh, skeet. Oh, man. This is just like, if you seen some of the other reporters when they do the pods on it, they all are like, ew, because everybody that has any kind of a brain and imagination knows exactly what was going down on that boat. And that's just like, when you see the picture of her in the tunnel holding the mic, looking up to him, talking about what happened in the game and stuff with the Titans gear on, it's just like, it's just the start of a bountiful wow of a good hub video. You know, it's like the start of one. I'm like, if somebody's on OnlyFans on the hub right now, like, you should be running to make content with this right now. This is then it's bad for all the females. And this is one thing I want to say. For all the females out there, the female reporters, the female podcast hosts, the Joy Taylors of the world, the Mina Khans, y'all should be just roasting her, because this is what makes it, this is what takes away y'all credibility. When you had the Molly Kiram, all these things, this is what hurts y'all credibility, is when a lady is actually using these things for her benefit and her gain, to where when people have these situations come up, it's like you don't give y'all really the legs to stand on. Like, it's different like being with a co-host or something and something going down than like these are two married people and there might be a illegitimate child in the mix. Like, that's what make this just crazy and different on so many levels. So it's like, Amy Adams drunk is owed an apology for the dirt that was thrown on her by Rossini, you know, starting narratives about Amy Adams drunk, about not wanting to trade with certain teams, coaches, or certain players. Just a lot. Like, that's a whole lot. Like, if you John Robinson or Rand Carthon, are you sitting somewhere saying, do I need to get a lawyer to see if this lady was stirring up narratives about me to cost me my job or make me lose power within my organization? Like, all these things ring true. Like, and the fact that they was denied, even when they was caught talking about girls trip and this situation is laughable, makes it crazy that, like, I still today seeing people defending Vrabel. this ain't no Epstein type of stuff, but this is just like on your moral compass. Like, the compass is just spinning. You know what I'm saying? I just think that this is a crazy situation. Not because I mean, like, two people that work together sleeping together is like something that, like, it happens all the time. But for it to go on so long and to be potentially a kid involved, and then doing it while she, like, Stephon Diggs is owed an apology. Not only has he won his cases, like, people said his drama was the reason why they didn't bring him back to New England. I'm like, no, they had Deflategate with Tom Brady. Tom Brady had issues like this. Robert Kraft has had issues like this. And now Mike Vrabel is the Patriot way. Patriot fans is mighty quiet about this situation. Where are the Patriot people in the shop that's normally out when the Patriots got something going on? Well, guess what? The Patriots got something going on, and y'all are mighty quiet. Am I wrong, chat? Like, is the Patriot people quiet? And while we taking shots at people, bang, bang, bang. Colt fans is mad. I pissed off the Bengal fans. I be pissing fans off when I talk about their team. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just talk about other people's teams and piss them off with the truth. Now, today, Colts release Kenny Moore. Now, we spent almost a whole week doing the AFC, probably half a week doing the AFC South, going through the teams, right? I didn't put the Titans at the top of the AFC South in off seasons, over there they had a really great one. I put the Texans up there, right? Showing bloody rival. I still am not a hater, and I'm not biased. The Indianapolis Colts fans are somehow mad because I retweeted Kenny Moore today. And I'm thinking, this is the Danny Dimes effect. And here they come out. Indianapolis Colts fans are mad because I said Kenny Moore is one of the best slot corners in the league. And he is that. Who picked off Cam Ward for the pick 6 last year? Was it Kenny Moore? Who did they trade 2 first-round draft picks for last year that got hurt and didn't finish the season? Was it Sauce Gardner? Charvarius Ward came from the 49ers. He's really good when healthy. I said last year when they got Sauce, Charvarius Ward, and Kenny Moore, like, that's dangerous in the secondary. They could rival the Texans with the secondary when it comes to cornerbacks. As a Titan fan, being unbiased and saying that. So how is it that Colt fans have a problem with me saying, is this the Danny Dimes effect? Michael Pittman Jr., your number, no, but Alec Pierce is the number one. Y'all gave him $30 million. He was the fourth leader in receptions last year. He didn't have 50 receptions. He had 47. Jonathan Taylor had 46. Downs has more catches. Warren has more catches, and Pittman had the most. He's now going to be the number one. Alec Pierce has the talent. He's never been the number one. We're going to find out this year. Why did y'all lose Zaire? Oh, Zaire Franklin can't cover. He ain't good no more. He got 125 tackles. He's been y'all best linebacker for God knows how long. Yes, you replaced him with CJ from Georgia. That was a great pickup. But Zaire Franklin is going to ball on the Packers. You can't act like Zaire Franklin and Kenny Moore and Michael Pittman, all these guys are garbage now that they're no longer Indianapolis Colts. These are good players. Michael Pittman is going to be a dog on the Steelers. With Aaron Rodgers coming back, DK Metcalf, Jeremy Bernard, they're going to be nice. Nobody's scared of Danny Dimes. He choked the franchise out the same way he did in New York, demanding $50 million after being injured with no leverage, breaking his leg and an Achilles. 2 major injuries that you don't even know if he's coming back 100% from. He forced them to have to give $50 million. Somehow the Colts fans can't put 2 and 2 together that you lose Kenny Moore, Zaire Franklin, and Michael Pittman when you have to pay Danny Dimes $50 million. It's part of the game. Sam Darnold took 30. Seahawks was able to get extra players like Shaheed. Tariq Woolen could stay for the rest of the season. They were actually able to keep their roster together. Ernest Jones, like, now the season is over, they're rebuilding. Somehow the Colts fans don't see this. You know who that comes to be? It comes to be your team bias. Shotbybuddha is unbiased. When a player leaves my team, they're not bad just because they no longer play for the Titans. I said, is it a mistake that we cut L'Jarius Sneed early? He's exonerated of all his charges. He's at the top of the list of free agent corners right now with Lattimore and now Kenny Moore. Find me somebody who doesn't think that Kenny Moore isn't at the top of the free agent list, and when he gets to his team, Kenny Moore will still be one of the best nickel slot corners in the league. That's all I said, Colt fans. Cry me a river. Y'all stuck with Danny Dimes for $50 million guaranteed. Anthony Richardson wants out. Y'all gonna trade him. Probably get little to no value now because it's late in the game and you don't have leverage. And you better hope that Danny Dimes comes back and play the way he did in the first half of the season, because it's not my fault that y'all fell off a cliff at 8-1 and missed the playoffs. And this year, Danny Dimes is asking for more money. And some of the staples of the Indianapolis Colts, Michael Pittman, Zaire Franklin, Kenny Moore, are no longer going to be there. What's next? They're going to trade DeForest Buckner, and now you're going to say, oh, DeForest Buckner ain't good no more. I hate the fans that always say that the player is not good when the player leaves the team. You can't have your leading receiver, your leading linebacker leave your team, and now they suck because they ain't Colts no more. Trash. He said, "Nah, man, you put it into work. Many things, different subjects. Appreciate you because you keep me informed, man. That's corn. That's love. And I'm smart enough to admit that I don't know everything. I think that's what some people think. Some are not smart enough to admit they don't know everything. Glad you were trying to bounce. All right, for sure, Zay. Hendrix, what up? I mean, Hendrix, you watch a lot of football. You like, I love to have Kenny Moore come play on the 49ers. Bruh, you think Zaire Franklin ain't finna cut up on the Packers? You ain't pissed me off talking about the Raiders. Tell me something I don't already know. Ghost fans think of Daniel Jones the second coming to Peyton Manning. I finna get number one cornerbacks locked. I'm not gonna say he's gonna get locked up, but he didn't have 50 catches last year. 3 players on the team had more catches than him. Taking away a volume shooter, like, and it's the numbers too. It's not just forced targets. Michael Pittman had 111 targets and 80 catches, which means 80% of the time you throw him the football, he catches it. For a person like that, you take 80 catches off and take the number one corner like Stingley Jr. in our division and put him on Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce has been the benefit of safeties pulling down to Tyler Warren and Mo Alley Cox, Jonathan Taylor, who had one less catch than Pierce, coming out the backfield, and Michael Pittman Jr. drawing the ones. And you have a good slot like Downs that can get open. Pierce get the one-on-one without the safety help, and he dunk on the outside. He's really great at yards per catch. But he's going to get $30 million this year. I don't know if Pierce is worth the 30. We're about to find out. He's going to draw ones this year. A.D. Mitchell is on the Jets. Downs is in the slot. You got Warren. Danny Dimes coming off an injury. I just don't know if he's going to have that super productive year when you're paying him $30 million. But it's crazy for me. The next thing that the Colt fans will say is, well, you just watch when we play the Titans. Like, no, I don't. Bro, like, who's watching the Titans play football? Literally watching and spent half of a week going through the rosters of the team in the division. And I'm an honest person to say that, like, it was a time the Colts was getting super scary last year. I said how they handled the Danny Dimes situation in the offseason is important. I think they failed. He held them by the balls. And now trying to come back off an injury, this guy's going to rush back And the quarterback room has gotten thin, where if Anthony Richardson is gone, you got Riley Leonard, who you could have got snaps last year. You didn't get him snaps. So now it's got to be you all in on Danny Dimes. And you don't have a first round pick this year from Sauce Gardner. So you're hoping that Sauce Gardner comes back to be the guy that we all know Sauce Gardner can be. With Ward on the opposite side. But now you're going to have to groom a nickel. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not backing off of Kenny Moore is still one of the best nickel corners. And I just looked at all 32 teams rosters in depth. We just spent a whole week on other teams rosters diving into each division and who has what. And for these fans to just think that I think like they think, which is they only watch their team and they see other teams from abroad. My team has sucked the past 2 years. I have no choice but to sit and look at other people's teams. And just to help them out a little bit, you hope that Sauce and Charvarius Ward can come back and be healthy. You got Wanye Thomas, Cam Bynum is a good safety. You have Justin Wally coming back off injury to be your nickel back. Got Halsey in the draft. And Taylor Britt. Womp, womp, womp. Well, hey, look. Since the Colts fans don't want to know more Tennessee, call Lattimore and Kenny Moore and get them to Nashville, because Colts fans have revisionist history. Now let's get back to the topic at hand, the boat. This is just interesting, man. This is just crazy. Like I have y'all ever seen anything like this? Like, I just don't see a way that I honestly don't see a way where Mike Vrabel is the coach next season. Josh McDaniels might be the interim coach next year. I truly think that. I just don't see a way where this guy is going to be able to. It's just going to get dirty. If they weren't smart enough to clean up all that stuff, like, I would have paid them boat people to get rid of the logs. I would have been paying my assistant to make everybody delete all the pictures they had. I would have been I would have let somebody else rent out the boat in day name, and then I would have just showed up and hopped on the boat. I would have took care of the captain so he didn't know. He wasn't gonna tell. He was on an NDA or something. Like, bro, it's only more dirt is gonna come up. Dre Day, what up? Yeah, Corn, it's on the YouTube. For those that haven't been regularly going, all the shop talks, well, I ain't gonna say all, just about like 90% of the shop talks, I wind up cutting the intros off and any fluff that I might have in the stream, and it's all here. Like, there's Sneed and Diggs, NFC West, AFC West, NFC North, NFC East, AFC East, NFC South, and AFC South. So y'all can always go back and watch those and catch any of them. I put thumbnails on them. I try to chop it down where it ain't, where if you in the car or you working or something, you could just turn it on and pop and listen. But for sure, do me a favor when y'all go on those, like, comment, share it out to your buddies, tag somebody in it. It goes a long way, because this is forever content that all summer, that if somebody wants to go back and look at what teams off season look like when we come into the new season, people could pop it on and say, like, oh yeah, let me go see who I forgot he on that team, or oh man, I forgot this person on that team. Like, that's kind of way I do it. And it's, what they call forever content. It's the forever content. I got a new meme that I'm gonna put up to today, man, it's gonna be very just like the one I did with the Certified Lover Boy album cover. I got another one that I'm gonna pop up here for y'all. And then give me some feedback, man. When y'all see the pods, if it's a question that we didn't get to in the stream, man, drop it in the comments of the YouTube videos. It helps on the algorithm, and like I get a chance to go on there and like respond and interact and engage. And it kind of gives me sometimes gives me material for the next shop talk. And then here's drop some crystal balls in that chat. I'm about to show y'all. Y'all can get an early look at the meme I'm gonna drop when this stream in. They said we all know that karma is hitting him hard. She was in Nashville every weekend. All the stories about Amy Adams Strunk. If I was Amy Adams, if I was Rand or John Robinson, I'd be coming up the top rope right now. She was literally the insider source. Said happy birthday. Is your birthday? Happy birthday to you. It's definitely not my birthday. But watch this though. Drop them crystal balls in the chat so I can show y'all this new meme. Yo, when I seen Florio on this pod today talking about the era that we're in, this is gonna be the Hulu, Netflix, FX, Lifetime made for TV movie. Bro, listen. I thought about who would be perfect to play the Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini Boatgate. You had Deflategate. Now you got Boatgate. You had Robert Kraft and Deshaun Watson in the Massagegate. Now it is Jennifer Garner playing Rossini, and then Josh Brolin, the guy who played Thanos, playing Mike Vrabel. Like how crazy would that be if one day we're watching a Lifetime movie with your old lady and she's like, hey baby, you see that thing about that old Titans coach and that reporter? Ooh, they got a new movie out. Let's watch it. I'm definitely getting my popcorn and my ice cream and hopping on the couch with a blanket and a fireplace, looking up, twinkling my toes, watching this, ready to do a review on it. I think this is gonna be a great Netflix movie. I think this is gonna be dope. I mean, like, who do y'all think will be better? I think that's like a great fit. Josh Brolin and Jennifer Garner playing Vrabel and Rossini in Boatgate. You know what I'm saying? Like, just too much, bro, man. It's almost as if this is not even real. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this is not even a real thing, bro. Like this is kind of crazy. And I know when Florio said it, they were kind of on set like, and then you had to think about like yeah, this is the era that we're in. If you do something like this, you can end up with a made for TV movie. You know what I'm saying? And this is just crazy, and I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I think when you go back and put the timeline of Todd Downing, that whole boat situation, the baby, the husband, the wife, the families, Todd Downing's DUI, John Robinson getting fired, Titans going from 7-3 to losing every single game, lose to the Jaguars, out the playoffs, lose the division, to Rand Carthon coming in. You talk about Will Levis and the girlfriend in the second round and the girlfriend breaking up, Mike Vrabel being there, to Mike Vrabel stepping down at the end of that season. Brian Callahan comes in, like all the smut thrown on Amy, all the way full circle to now to just say, like, even with Stephon Diggs and the baby mama drama and people saying that teams shouldn't touch Stephon Diggs because of that, even though he was 1,000-yard receiver on a Super Bowl team that lost, that Stephon Diggs should now be elevated, like to say like a team should be dying to have Stephon Diggs and just control his media stuff. Like, bro, he's gonna ball out on the field. It ain't like, well, Mike Vrabel can't relate, but it's like you definitely can't say Stephon Diggs off the field issues the reason why he not playing football. Like, not if Mike Vrabel keep his job. You know, it's just one of them things where it's like Deshaun Watson in the massage parlors. You know, was it true? Was he freaky? Was it a money grab? All that happened with that to like having the owner of the franchise be involved in a sex scandal, the coach being involved in a sex scandal, and then like Tom Brady's in the scandals that he had. It's like, this is just kind of crazy. I mean, you just have to tell your lawyers you concede whatever she say. You just, both of them just dead wrong. And just think, what if the baby is Mike Vrabel's? Even if it's not, like, can you imagine the pain of that kid in high school? They're gonna have a movie, a made-for-TV movie about it. She been on Hard Knocks, literally. That's why the Patriots opted out this year, man. It's crazy. Definitely been one of the more interesting things I ever seen. Like, but I'm just telling y'all, it's going to be more dirt that comes out. And I think the next bomb that hits, I think they got to go black. He got to announce he resigning, and Josh McDaniels is taking over the team. It's just interesting, chat. We haven't seen a single Patriot fan show up to any of the streams or any of the content about this scandal, because they know deep down this is ruining their Super Bowl window. The players, when they ask them, they like try to have his back, but you could tell like you're gonna have some Bible thumpers in the locker room, and some people that's let their kids be around them, and families have intertwined and stuff like that. It's gonna be like, cause keep it a stack. If you got a homeboy who like cheat on his wife and have an outside baby, you not telling your, oh yeah, me and bro finna go get a beer or something. Like, you know, it's like the whole cookout thing is like, you know what I'm saying? It's always awkward when those situations happen, because it's like nobody want to be in the middle of that, right? Like, who wants to be thrown in somebody's family drama? And the next part is like, if this kid is his, oh my God, like, because I feel like Rossini would leave her husband and be with Vrabel if Vrabel would agree to be with her. I think she would leave her family. Like, what kind of woman is this? She would leave her husband to be with Vrabel. I don't think Vrabel is going to leave his old lady to be, his family to be with Rossini. This is just like, and let's say Rossini is like, Mike, I'll leave my husband and we're going to be together. And Vrabel is like, on some Drake late night off the Henny, and just like, man, we can't ever talk to each other or see each other again. And her reporter career is over. She's gonna have to do OnlyFans or have a book deal or do a podcast herself. People will still put something behind it because it'll be controversial and it'll get eyes, just because she'll probably make a book and a podcast or a tell-all or something about it anyways. So if she does a tell-all book or a podcast exposing him because he doesn't want to be with her, and you know he didn't tell her he loved her, you know he didn't, I love you, you know he didn't got all the way up in there and shot the club up and told her he loved her, chest to chest, eyeball to eyeball, you know you can't be clapping nobody that long and it not happen. So it's like, if he chooses to stay with his wife, you know, like a woman scorned, he'll have no fury. She's literally gonna, she have no reason. If her husband don't want to be with her no more, if that kid is Vrabel's or ain't Vrabel's, and she just don't want to be in that marriage any longer, let's say the husband say, I'm keeping the kids, you gotta go if that's what you want to do, and she leave, and Vrabel says no, she's gonna air it all out. And then like all the things he told his wife in therapy that he did and confessed to, when the mother load, you remember on 300 when all them arrows came and they said we're gonna blot out the sun and turn the light into darkness. That's how it's gonna be for him. And at that point, this is like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Like, this is like not like the stuff that we got going on today in today's news. This is the real atomic bomb dropping, and you see it coming down. It's like the outbreak monkey when they drop, think that the help is coming, but like that's how it's gonna be. Like, it's gonna be nothing left for the Patriots. No PR team, no getting out in front of the story, not telling your wife like, ooh, I didn't tell you about that, and that, and that. Cause he gotta been having a conversation at home like, Michael, is the baby yours? Is that your baby, Michael? You know what I mean? He's like, you know, y'all know how Vrabel is. He got the you know how bro be on third down. That's how he gonna be when, is that your baby, Michael? And then if he say no and the baby is his, like, he gotta do a blood test. If I'm the daddy, I'm asking for a blood test. Like, things just getting out of control. No escape, Nano. Never wanted to be with her husband in the first place. He was like, second. Oh. But see, this the part why I don't like to laugh, because I be like, man, I could put myself in the position of that man and be like, he could like not want to live no more. Like, you seen the dude who took out his family and the 8 kids. Like, something like this happen and something go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just hope that, you know, they all find God and some peace in this situation, because it's just like hell, like hell's fury right now. Told his wife, I gotta do better. Gotta play better. Gotta coach better. Yo, KT, you wild for that. My boy said, gotta play better. Gotta coach better. Gotta play better. Gotta coach better. You know what I'm saying? Like, wife was like, what does that mean? Is this baby yours? Gotta play better. Gotta coach better. Michael, is the baby yours or not? Gotta play better. Gotta coach better. Coach better, gotta play better. We didn't play good enough to win. You know what I'm saying? Like what is seriously, like, bro, where do you go from there? Another pass rusher. I already talked about that yesterday's stream. I think they need to spend their money on secondary and secondary safety and cornerback help than another pass rusher. Give me Lattimore, give me Kenny Moore, give me Melon Fonwu or Taylor Rapp. Give me a safety and a corner before you give me an edge rusher. I think we find an edge. She started hearing his old lady just an open. I think the lady kind of knew. She kind of probably knew something going on. The husband kind of knew something. Kind of have question marks about them, but a secret baby. Your woman cheating, and your woman cheating while she's 7 months pregnant with a man and name your son after Mike. If it is Mike Vrabel's baby, like, are we talking like, imagine this is Mike Vrabel's baby and we saying his name is Mike and he changed his last name to Vrabel. Is he now Mike Vrabel Jr.? Like, do Mike Vrabel already got a Mike Vrabel Jr.? Is it Mike Jr. squared, the second, the third? You know, like, what we doing, bro? Like, this is just out. Like, this situation is so far out of hand. I think when people talk about the Molly Kiram and the Joy Taylor and like the Klay Thompson stuff and go so crazy, like Stephon D, like, this is different. This is diffy, bro. Like, this is diffy. Like, now we got a new devil that wear Prada. It's the Diana Rossinis. It's the Jada Pinkett Smiths. It's the I think Cardi was solid until she let bruh do with the baby while she. That's just the worst, bro. Like, that level of disrespect is just not there. I've been seeing her talk about Joy. We talked about that in yesterday's stream. It's kind of funny how he tried to dismiss the whole situation. Right? It's like, that's what makes it bad. What makes it bad is, like, hey, bro, this situation is laughable. I can't believe y'all even up here at the podium asking me questions about this. You should be ashamed of yourself as reporters asking this question. It's like when people ask where did the report come from last year about Amy trying to block a trade of Tony Pollard to the Patriots because it was Mike Vrabel and she's bitter and all this, and they're like, where did this story come from? Like all this type of stuff like just rears the head of like, you were lying, you did some foul stuff and you was lying to cover it. Even when you got caught, you was lying. Even when you went to therapy, you was lying. Even when you talked to your husband, you was lying. So it's like at the point of saying they would have been better off just saying, look, we did a lot of foul things. Some of it we gonna talk about, some of it we ain't. Only my wife get to hear what I did. Only my husband get to hear what he did. We gonna take some time, stay out the media, but just still like with the deny, even after you caught, just makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? It's like dealing with the court system, right? And the judge come to you and say like, how do you plead? I am innocent. And then like they got CCTV and they got the gun and the fingerprints and the DNA and they got the confession and another witness you ain't know about. Like you get all the evidence to court, judge is gonna give you like 50 life sentences back to back, as opposed to you, judge, I'm taking the plea, I'm pleading guilty, I'm working with the state. You didn't get 15 years for it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get, life without the possibility of parole and 30 on top of 30 on top of 30, and they're not running concurrent. They're gonna run separate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the crazy part about this situation. It's like still fighting it to the bitter end. And she has that type of narcissistic personality when I see her in the media and news, as if like people are wrong for even questioning how could they dare come to me. It's like, bro, you delusional and you're not willing to say like, hey, I made a mistake. Just think about Bill Belichick. He got the young thing doing yoga out there in North Carolina. Like, it's the Patriot way. Can we just say it now? Robert Kraft in the bathhouse, Tom Brady with the deflate gate and throwing the phone in the river and the stuff that he had going on. Mike Vrabel, Rossini, Bill Belichick. This the Patriot way, bro. The Patriot way is a lot of cheating still. Do what you need to do to get the dub. Because at the end of the day, if you win football games, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Like, it's literally it, bro. Like, you're literally covering it up. Like, that's legitimately it. But look, enough about this scandal, man. This is took enough. I'll drop that meme when I get off, and I'll drop some reels and upload and edit some content about behind this. Appreciate y'all hopping in the shop. Appreciate all the Colt fans for being suckers, for being mad. Y'all make it easy content. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know y'all the best. With that being said, y'all know what time it is. We out. God first in the chat. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, you got picture in picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you're following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture in picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. If you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, is also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed. Code Buddha